was a request during tutorial, I know, and he said it was Widya. Oh, but we found a game. Kevin, Warcraft 3. I actually wish I went for Alchemist here, but I said I'm gonna do an application of the request tutorial that I just had given. So here we go.
Greetings, friend. Yes, what do you want? Ready to work. Be happy to. We need more gold. Something need to be happy to. Greetings, friend. We need more gold. Ready to work.
Depressed Rat, thanks for the resub, dude. 29 months. So as I explained in the tutorial in the previous video, or the previous few minutes, we're gonna try to keep the keeper as low level as possible. However, because this is such a large map, he can actually get level 2 fairly easily here normally. So unlike usually, we're gonna be scouting with a peon and trying to delay the keeper a little bit so that he can't creep as fast. Because this will cost us a peon and we'll be stuck at 2020, we're gonna be 1920 while we're teching, which is really bad. Because of that, we have to make a second burrow before we tech so that we can afford to replace our peon before we tech. Or we could just try not to lose it. Just don't lose it. Let's try that. Or even if we lose it, we'll try to make up our lumber deficit with a war mill. Just make the war mill a lot earlier, because I don't like the idea of a second burrow so early.
We need more lumber. Yes, Lord. We need more lumber.
Okay, he's actually not creeping this one.
What do you want? Something need to eat. Oh, time to die.
Then we'll just go home.
Something need to eat. Oh, are you hero and obey? Hey, yes, master. What task is there? Excellent choice.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Can't build there. Oh, taste of my blade. Yes. Yes, Lord. Master. Oh, greetings, friend. What task is there?
Looks like he was going for a burrow treant attack. So you just take down the treants, focus the keeper if you want, make sure that you have positive damage trait. If he has treants, don't hit.
Master? Yes, Lord. Yes. Huh? Dabu. Smobu. Zugzug. Oh, excellent choice.
Nice.
We're complete. Yes, excellent choice. Yes. Huh? What do you want? Yes, Lord. Master, I am yours. What task is there? You want?
He didn't buy a circlet.
Master? Yes.
Now we just need to make sure that he doesn't creep.
Yes, Lord. What do you want?
This is a very fine opening. It's exactly what you want.
Dabu. Zugzug. Time for killing. Doktar.
Now there's one thing that he did against me before, I believe. I think it was him. No, it was Lady Lena. Oh, that's a shop, not a hunter's hall. Interesting. Don't let him out of your sight. And I don't intend to, Mr. Frodo. He did just make treants, if you saw. So he's actually gonna creep with archers and treants, even if keeper runs across the map. We're gonna make Shadow Hunter. And then Spirit Lodge.
Huh? What task is there? Ha! Excellent choice. Yes.
To delay his level up
I am yours.
by a lot.
Are you hero and the way you want? Hey, haste to my blade. Yes. What task is there? Work complete. We're under attack. I am yours. Are you hero and obey? Master, Gobble.
And now we're saving up for fortified defenses.
I am yours. Excellent choice. Hey. Oh. Are you hero and obey? What task is there? I am yours. Hey. Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? Yes. Oh. Are you hero and obey? I am yours. Hey.
Direct my blade.
Yes, Lord. Oh. Yes. What task is there? Research yes, Lord. Excellent choice. Hey. Take the right blade. Yes, Lord. Excellent choice. Are you hero and obey? Hey. What excellent choice.
Use my
yes, Lord. I am yours. Work complete. Yes, Lord.
It's an okay opener.
I am yours.
We're now going to use illusion to spot.
Are you hero and obey? Excellent.
Losing TP is a pity, but
I am yours.
there was no other way.
What you want?
There's gotta be some other way.
Yes, Lord. What task is there?
will be my next big dab.
I am yours.
Use illusions to scout and stay out of trouble.
I am yours. Hey, yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey? Yes. Oh. What do you want? Earth and fire. Yes, Lord. My God.
We found him.
What task is there?
Check his mana, pendant of energy. That's very rough.
Loktar. Yes, Lord. Oh. Excellent choice.
My next big dab.
We're under attack. I am yours. Yes, Lord Chief. Hey, excellent choice. Direct.
Direct
Yes,
my
Lord.
blade.
What task is there? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Keep making shamans and snakes.
Yes, Lord. What task is there? Are you hero and obey? Yes. God direct me. Oh, I am yours. What task is there? Yes, yes, Lord. Work complete. What task is there?
Yeah, we check if he's going for
I am yours.
We are eating
Yes, what task is there?
mountain giants, which is likely, but he could of course be expanding. So we'll actually check the expand first.
Yes, Lord. I am yours. Door, earth, and fire. Oh, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. What task is there? Yes.
He's not expanding, so it's mountain giants.
Something doing?
We are eating
Oh,
hiding.
I am yours.
Who do I kill first? Who will be my next big
Yes,
dab?
Lord. Yes.
Let's get heal scroll. No, he got it all.
Excellent choice. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord Chief. Oh, yes.
We are eating hiding.
Direct. I am yours. Excellent choice. Yes, Lord Chief. What task is there? I thank you. Yes. Are you
There you
hero
go.
under attack?
Yes, he used it both.
Oh, yes, Lord. Are you hero?
He used both heal scroll and invul. So that's nice.
How can I help?
That was a mud golem, thank you.
Oh, what task is there?
Oh, it's talents.
How can I help?
We are eating
What task is there? Yes, Lord.
use my power.
Oh, what task is there? Excellent choice. Yes, Lord Chief. Excellent. We're under attack. I can do that.
Get a bestiary
Yes,
and expand.
I am yours. How can I help?
Who do I kill first?
Yes, Lord. Yes,
Direct
Lord Chief.
my blade.
Oh, earth and fire. Heed my call. We're under attack. Yes, Lord.
Against talents we expand, against mountain giants we do timing attacks.
What task is there? Yes, Lord. Oh,
Use my
yes, Lord. I am yours.
direct
Oh, yes. What task is there? Yes. Wait. How can I help?
Where our enemies be hiding.
Yes, Lord.
He's gonna be here and here, I think.
My blade.
Door, earth and fire.
Big dab.
Heed my call.
Where our enemies be hiding.
Happy to. I am yours. Are you
Be my next big.
Yes, Lord. Yes. Excellent
No?
choice.
Oh, then he did this, I guess.
Oh. Yes. Are you hero
Nope.
and obey?
Strange. Well, we are.
Oh. Good. Ask me there. I am
Where
yours.
our enemies be hiding.
Oh.
Direct my blade.
Yes, Lord. Our town is under attack.
Okay. Timing attack. We'll finish this and then we'll run back. Fortified defenses helps a lot here.
Yes, Lord.
Where our enemies
What do you want? What do you want? I am yours. Yes.
be charming.
Say the word. Something is doing. What do you want? I need something. Oh. Yes, Chieftain. Yes, Lord.
Who do I kill first?
Our town is under attack. I can do that.
Where our enemies
We have snakes level 2, Crown of Kings, and True Shot. Pretty cool.
Oh. Yes, Lord. Say the word. I am yours. Excellent. Yes. I am yours. What? Say the word. Right away. Oh. Our town is under attack. For the whore. Oh. Resist. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Something. A wise. Oh. Say the word. Excellent choice. Direct. Yes, Lord. Something I am yours. How can I help? Something. We're under attack.
give me a pleasure?
We're mercy. Our town is under attack.
Who do I kill
I
first?
am yours.
Who be my next
Yes,
big
Lord.
death?
Ready to work.
We'll make a catapult.
Something to doing? Ready to ride. You have me too.
You
I am yours. Yeah. Oh, directly. Look, pass me there. I am yours.
big death.
Yes, Lord. Right.
And a Kodo Beast.
Something. I am yours. Direct. Say the word. No problem. Yes, Lord.
I'm pretty sure he's expanding as well, but he may not be entirely aware that we are.
Yes, Lord. Say the word. What? Pass me there. Quick. Yes.
Where our enemies be
I
hiding?
am yours. Yes.
Who do I kill first?
Oh, I am yours.
My power. Move faster.
I can just creep again. Oh, I'm barely mining. I made a mistake with my... that's why I have so little gold. I must have made a mistake with my peons. I pulled them from the gold mine for some reason. Or he killed them without my knowing. No wonder I had so little gold. Oh well, we're gonna recover soon enough.
Good. Pass me there. I am yours. Yes, Lord. I am yours.
Big death.
Are you here?
Where our enemies?
Good. Pass me there. Yes. Something. I am yours. Yes. Lord. Good. Pass me there. Excellent choice.
Oops, wrong one.
I am yours. Yes. Oh. Yes, Lord.
I'm gonna make a second catapult soon.
Yes, Lord. Are you hero? Yes, Lord.
Our expand was quicker.
Yes, Lord. Good. Pass me there.
We now finally have heal wave upgrade.
Yes, Lord. I am your chief.
Who do I kill?
Yes, Lord. Excellent choice.
I need 2 heal scrolls, so I'm making space on Blade Master for it.
Yes, Lord. Are you hero and obey?
I only have 1, then I'll reverse his fortune.
I am yours. Say the word. Yes, Lord chief. Yes. Oh. Yes. Are you hero and obey?
Where our
Good.
enemies
Pass me there. Yes, Lord. For the body. Yes. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I am yours. Your power. Yes. Oh. Say the word. Yes. Need something. Yes, Lord. Say the word. A wise plan. I am yours. Need something.
Where our enemies
Yes.
hiding?
Yeah. Direct. Yes, Lord. Say the word.
Direct my blade.
Need something. Oh. Yes, Lord. Yes. Yes. Haste to my blade. We're under attack. What task is there? Yes, Chieftain. Yes. Yes, Lord. Are you hero and me? Say the word. Oh, what task is there? Yes, Lord. Yes. Oh, we be charming. What task is there? I need something more, Chief. What task is there? Yes, Lord. What task is there? Excellent choice. I am yours. Next big day. Say the word. Oh. Yes, Lord. How can I say the word? I am yours. What task is there? Work complete. Yes, Lord.
We are enemies. Hiding as Dingo Man.
Yes, Lord. Yes. I am yours. Yes, Lord Chief.
We are enemies.
Yes, Chieftain. Need something. Taste my steel. Yes, Chieftain.
Direct my
Yes, Lord. Yes. Are you hero and obey? Say the word. Task is there. Yes, Lord. I am yours. Direct. Not right.
We are enemies.
Yes, Lord. How can I help? What task is there?
Will be my next big
Oh,
day.
something, Lord Chief. I am yours.
Use my power. We are enemies.
Oh, yes. Something needs you. I am yours. Not
Use
enough
my
mana.
power.
Yes, Lord.
We are
I am
enemies.
yours.
Hiding.
Something needs doing. Oh, excellent choice. Work complete. Say the word. I am
Because I lost my lodge, I might as well remake Totem, which is more traditional and useful against what he has.
Use my power.
Yes. Yes, Lord. Hey, excellent choice. Oh, say yes. What task is there? What? Oh, what task is there? Lord Chief. Oh.
Talon versus Orc used to be the meta for so long,
What task is there?
but there were a few changes. Serpent Wards got buffed, Demon got nerfed, Moonwells got buffed, Archer got buffed, Talon got nerfed in cost, Ancient of War got nerfed by 100 life, Fortified Defenses Tier 2 got buffed because it was Tier 3 upgrade before, and I am Tier 2. And that's the really big one. Remember when he attacked and he killed like 5 peons and a Spirit Launch? He could have killed 5 burrows if I wasted that much time. So in the old patch, the really big difference is I would have never been allowed to be here. I would have never been allowed to be here. I wouldn't have got this creep. I wouldn't have got Helm of Valor. Because if he ever gets to your base and you're not there, you lose the game. And because of that, you were so asphyxiated on the map in terms of map control. This is why Talons was so good. The burrow threat. You didn't have time to go to tier 3. That's the big difference. Besides all the other changes, that's the really big one. Or you have to meet me out in the open. But what he said echoes what I said, right? GG? Standard opener versus keeper alky talents. Try hard. Hope you enjoyed that one too. Now's gaming. What about the fortified burrows? When or why is it done? It only costs 50 gold, so gold wise you should always get it. The prerequisites are tier 2 and war mail. You get it in particular against night elf, then human, then orc, then undead. However, it does cost 200 lumber, so if you're looking to expand relatively early, you cannot afford it. If you're looking to seamlessly get 2 tech buildings with all their respective upgrades, you cannot afford it. But if you're going for 1 tech building, 1 lodge, 1 bestiary, there's no reason not to get it early because you've got lumber to spare. Against talents, you get it double fast. You get it yesterday. Against casters, Archmage, Beastmaster, you get it yesterday as well. But against people that expand or play like tier 3, it's not as important, though it's always good. You must know the matchup and know when they like to pressure. And if you have it, that means you can be creeping for longer before you come home to defend. As you know, Orc almost never carries Town Portal, so the fortified burrows buys you a lot of time. He got screwed by fortified burrows. Wow. Okay, next request, because this one was...
Work complete.
Is Knudsen, Mass Kodo game. My brother plays undead, I play orc. What should I build for Rectim? He plays Fiend Abomination. If he doesn't make destroyers, and you know this, go Grunt Raider Walker and Kodo. No Headhunters, no Wyverns. Grunt Raider Walker Kodo will beat Fiend Abomination. If he adds destroyers, well, then he has fewer abominations. Then instead of walkers, you would want Wyvern or Headhunter. I'll do it for the YouTube video of it, Mina. Mud Golem, thank you very much. You too, Talon J256. Next up is Mass Kodo, but first, a few sips of tea. Why not Tauren in that particular matchup? Do you mean Tauren Chieftain? Against Keeper of the Grove and Alchemist, if you have TC, Entangle, Poke Fire, Treant Harass, Acid Bomb Harass will do so much damage that Blade TC will spend more than half the game using Heal Salve, Heal Salve, Heal Salve, Heal Salve. Oh, you mean normal Tauren? Tauren, just like Grunts, have heavy armor. You phase them out as the game goes on. Heavy armor takes massive damage from Druids of the Talon. A Tauren is no more good when it's in a Cyclone in the air than a Grunt. Both are cycloned by 1 spell, both are heavy armor, both get entangled by 1 entangle. A Tauren is barely any better than a Grunt, but will cost 85 gold more and 80 lumber more. Need a new building, need an upgrade, pulverize, 250 lumber. Oh, versus Undead. Well, because Undead has 3 very powerful Tauren counters. Possession, Destroyers, and Frostworms. And even when they don't have those, they still have Frost Armor and Curse. Makes Taurens not that good. You're so committed. There used to be a really good strat, Bloodlust, Tauren, Wyvern. It's almost impossible to beat by undead. However, before you get there, it's gonna be 2020. That's 1 year from now. Be right back.